Hello everyone, LJ Young, the founder of Sixth Sense. I want to first of all welcome you to my channel. Thank you everyone. Thank you everybody who participates in their comments, telling their stories. Your stories drive me. They fuel me. They keep me going. They keep telling, your stories tell me that I'm going in the right direction. So thank you very much. Welcome to the channel if you're new. You are looking at a person, a man, that survived 6 years of narcissistic abuse. I'm a survivor. I was trauma bonded. Those of you that understand what trauma bond is, I was trauma bonded to a malignant, covert narcissist, the worst kind of them all. Physically violent, emotionally abusive, pathological liar, serial cheater, just everything you can think of. She was it. But anyway, well, I left her. Okay, with no contact, totally left her, and got to the other side. Now, I want everybody to understand something, and this is what I've been heard because I've never been on drugs personally, but breaking a trauma bond is worse than I've heard, worse than getting off of heroin. That's how serious. And because I didn't understand the shakes and stuff that was happening to me. I was wondering why I was shaking, and I wasn't even cold. I was like, why am I doing that? That's weird, right? Because people don't really understand how stress takes a toll on your body. But anyway, I broke the trauma bond. Now I'm on the other side. I'm through it. I'm a totally different person. It's like, that was my cocoon. 6 years of me being in a cocoon. I broke away. Broke the trauma bond. Now I'm on the other side as a butterfly. Now when I look back at the relationship, I thank God for it. I welcome it. Because there was no other way for me to ever know that narcissists existed. Okay, there's no other way. Now, people that have never been in a relationship with a narcissist, trauma bonded, you guys won't understand that this is a relationship. Think of somebody you hate in your life that you just cannot stand, right? You wouldn't even wish a narcissistic trauma bonded relationship on that person. You'd be like, I don't really hate him that much to put that on him. I just don't know. So this channel, like I always say, it's going to be very different than many others because I'm embracing it. Now, I know it sounds crazy to a lot of people that might be in a trauma bonded relationship right now, in so much pain. I totally get it. Been there, done that. And you guys that are in it and understand this, you guys can hear the way I'm talking. This cannot be made up, because if you don't understand the trauma bonded narcissistic relationship, you don't know what to say. This channel wouldn't even been born. See what I'm saying? That's why I welcome this relationship. Everything, since I broke through and got to the other side, where very few people get, I'm at the top of my game at every aspect of my life right now, at every aspect. The blessings are coming so fast, it's unbelievable. It's really, all I had to do was get through the pain, which is the worst pain. Hey, listen, that was the worst ever in my life. I've never experienced anything like that. I did not know there were people that could be in your life that long and really not love you or care about you. I never, you know what? I never knew that. I did not know that. But when you're in the trauma bonded relationship, in the narcissistic fog, where everything is the opposite of good, narcissists believe cheating's normal, having backup plans, talking to multiple people. They believe that is normal. It's only normal in the narcissistic fog. So if you're in it, like right now, let me give you 2 guarantees that you're with a narcissist. Number 1, if they physically abuse you, if they believe in their brains that they have the right to physically abuse you, you are most definitely with a narcissist right there. They don't care about the law. They don't care about not hitting the people you love. That's a complete narcissist. Now, if you're in it and you're accepting of the physical abuse and the cheating, you're in a trauma bonded relationship. Because when you're in it, you don't really think about cheating like it's a big deal. But when you step outside and you get to the other side, you realize when a person cheats on you, they're putting your life at risk. There's a disease out there that can take your life. And you can get it at no fault of your own because of the narcissist you're with. Do you understand what that means? But when you're in a trauma bonded relationship, you don't see outside the fog. You know, you make up whatever they told you. Oh, yeah, we did, but it wasn't this and that. It wasn't like that. It wasn't whatever. When you get outside to this side, outside the narcissistic fog, none of that is tolerated. That is not accepted at all in any form. I'm not explaining to another grown-up that they shouldn't cheat. I'm not doing that. That's a narcissist. Now, with my newfound power, you know what I do? And I think this is going to help. I've been thinking about this for a little while, too. This is going to help the people that maybe in the beginning stages of a narcissistic relationship. Maybe you're in the beginning stages. If you're in the love bombing stage, you're probably not even clicking on this channel. They got you immersed like she had me in the love bombing stage, right? So what I'm going to do is this. Now that I'm on the other side and I know the narcissistic traits, right? I can go all the way back to the very beginning when I started seeing these narcissistic traits. So I was thinking about this the other day. I said, okay, the first one, because her and I, we met over the internet, okay? Facebook, right? We met over the internet. Now, the first narcissistic red flag I found is when we were on Facebook one time and I saw this guy that was on her friends list or whatever. And I said, hey, who's that? Oh, it's a guy I used to date or whatever. I said, why is he still your friend? I said, aren't you guys over? She was like, yeah. I said, why don't you just remove him from your Facebook? She was like, oh, he don't like me to do that or something that would have made him upset if she had done it. That was flag number one. As soon as I heard that, I should have left right there because obviously there's something still happening there if she was afraid to delete him off her Facebook. The next one was when the next one was the first time we were going to meet, she was supposed to fly to come see me from South Carolina to Washington State. And we had this plan for about a month, right? She missed the plane. She missed the plane, blamed it on traffic or something. I was like, okay, this is what I thought in my mind. I was like, we had this planned. You know where the airport is at in your state because you've been there before. And just kind of plan ahead. Okay, I got to do this couple hours. It's an airport. And she missed the plane. Okay. I was like, how does that happen? But I wasn't upset. I just thought it was weird. I was like, how does that happen? Narcissists are always late. They're always late. She's always late. Anyway, so I said, okay, yeah, don't worry about it. And this was the first time she started gaslighting me. She was like, she brought up that situation where she missed the plane. She was like, ooh, you were so mad that day because I missed that plane and it wasn't even my fault or whatever. She said, and I thought to myself, I wasn't mad. I just thought it was weird that you missed the plane and blamed it on traffic and stuff like that. And then she kept repeating that. Oh, yeah, you were mad about that. And I kept saying to her, I was like, I wasn't mad. But she kept repeating it to I guess, to try to change that gaslighting, to try to change and say, thinking I was going to say, well, maybe I was mad or something. But I didn't know that back then. Back then, I kept saying to myself, why does she keep saying that? That's not how I felt. So when I first flew down there, guess what? She was late picking me up from the airport. And when she picked me up late, Guess what? The inside of her car was disgusting. It was dirty. She didn't listen. She didn't even clean her car out when she here. This is my first time coming to visit her. I get in the car and it's dirty. I said to myself, damn, all inside things, which is really, I think that voice that was talking to me back then is the person who I am today. Damn, this car is dirty. She didn't bother to clean it up and knew you was coming. Didn't even care. Red flags. Those are all red flags. All of them. And I remember we didn't go to her house because that was my first time visiting her. So we got a hotel room, right? And guess what? She was late to do something. She was like, oh, I was going to get here to do this. I was going to fix the room up or do this, that, and this and that. But this happened and that happened. I was like, I didn't really start thinking that, wait a minute, you're starting to make up a lot of excuses of why you can and cannot do things. Now, that's just a few of the things I allowed her to do to me. Everything she did to me, I allowed it. Why? Because God gave us all the gift of choice. I could have chose to leave, but I didn't. In this situation, I didn't know what I was in, so I chose God, and He got me out. And I'm here on the mic talking to you today. My life is better than ever. I mean, I knew when I was with her, and I used to say this a few times, you are holding me back. It would just come out of nowhere. You're holding me back. You're taking this business wrong. We had a business together. I'm like, hey, you keep doing this. The business is not going right. She didn't care. Do you hear me? If you're with a narcissist, they will run everything into the ground. They will take everything you love and use it against you, even if it affects them, even if they're using their own kids to do it. They will do it. If you are in a relationship and you have any of these kind of little stories that I kind of tell you, I'm telling you right now, and they kind of sound the same, you're probably trapped in the narcissistic fog, trauma bonded in there too. That's a horrible place to be. It's still, hey, even on sunny days, it's still dark. That means you're probably in a narcissistic fog. Let me tell you about this lesson, this gift that God put on my path. It really humbles you. It does. It really humbles you. Now, if I hear about a woman being in an abusive relationship with a man and she's staying with him, I'm not quick to judge that woman anymore. It's like, oh, she's stupid. Why don't she just leave? And this and that. There's the psychological part of this all. People don't really understand that. The psychological part, the mental part of this whole thing is huge. That is huge. That's a huge part of everything. The woman I was with, she has a mental problem. I was starting to be scared of my life. Even, this is what I didn't realize till now, until I'm out. If the thought of saying, hey, would she hurt me? If I'm even saying that, that means the answer is yes, because that thought should not even be there. Because that thought has never happened with my mother. Would my mother hurt me? That's never even thought. But I used to say that to myself all the time with this ex. So did. Who knows what she was planning? Who knows? I don't know. But you know what I had to do? I had to get my dignity back by leaving her. Now it doesn't matter how many times she cheated on me, the ones I know about and the ones I don't know about. It doesn't matter. In one big move, left her. No contact. She gets no more of my energy. She doesn't even get the privilege of hearing my voice unless she clicks on my videos, which I know she does, for sure. She can't help herself. I would. If I lost the best thing I ever had in my life, you better believe that, because I'm a chosen one. Believe that. We are rare. You see this channel? Rare. The content? Rare. I'm here to help the people that said, I'm never going back to that narcissist. I never want to experience that again. I want to convert this into a superpower, transmute it into a positive, like I've done. Now when the ego or the devil tries to creep in with some feelings or some hurt feelings about something in that relationship or what she did, you know what I say to myself? It was supposed to happen. Else I wouldn't be here where I'm at today. That's how I counter it. Because, listen, ego never stops. Okay, I didn't kill ego. I didn't get rid of it. Ego just doesn't control me anymore. I control it. Well, I don't say I control it, but I'm aware of it, fully aware of it. It doesn't control me, but I'm fully aware of it. So when it tries to creep in with feelings, I just counter and say, yeah, that it was supposed to happen. Everything that happened with this ex of mine was supposed to happen, or else I wouldn't be here talking to you guys on the mic. I wouldn't be on the other side of it telling you about the superpower that it is. It is a superpower. There are millions of narcissists that they cannot see you. Narcissists cannot see me. Even if my ex talked to me, she wouldn't even recognize me. She wouldn't. She would recognize and step my voice and everything, but she wouldn't recognize the person who I am today. She would not. Because that is the cocoon of me. I'm a butterfly today. That's the cocoon of me. Some people are trapped in that cocoon for years, decades, even their entire lives. They're stuck in that cocoon, up and down, cortisol, adrenaline, stress, deteriorating your body. You don't even get it. I had 6 short years of this horrific event. It was taking its toll on my body. I was having problems with my body that I've never had before. Ever. Stress and cortisol and adrenaline. People don't understand how stress takes a toll on your body. It does. I live in an entire different perspective of the world. I have absolutely no stress and no fears at all. None. False evidence appearing real psychologically. Keep pushing through. If you're in it and you're on the internet like I was searching, hey, why is my girlfriend doing this? Why is my girlfriend? This is how it starts. Why is my girlfriend talking to me like that? Why does my girlfriend keep cheating on me? Why does my girlfriend keep lying on me? And guess what? It keeps pointing you and pointing. Then you're going to land on NPD. And you're going to be like, and then you're going to read the traits of NPD. You're going to be like, wait a minute. That's exactly like my girlfriend. That's exactly like my boyfriend. Yep, they're not alone. It just seems like it because you have feelings attached to that narcissist that you're with. There's millions of them. But this particular one, you are emotionally trauma bonded to. That's why you think it's just that person. No, it's millions of them everywhere. They don't know that we can see them. They don't know that I can see them. You understand me? They don't know that. They don't know that they're choosing the wrong decisions. They don't know that because they're doing it. When they're in a relationship with you and they cheat on you, they're choosing the wrong thing to do. Listen, you're not supposed to see. If I'm with a woman, I don't need somebody to tell me which way to choose. I already know what to choose and what not to choose. You see a narcissist choosing the wrong thing. They don't know that they're choosing the wrong thing because it's wrong. And if they're doing it, that means they're choosing the wrong thing. They don't know, and they don't know that they're doing it because they're doing it. Now, if you get upset, oh, that's not true, this and that, your feelings are still just wrapped up in it. Once you get on this side, you won't care what those narcissists do. They just do it to each other. And unsuspected people like me. That's all. I already know, like, this whole thing, I keep repeating myself. This was this was a gift that God gave me, because the type of love that I was looking for, God said I had to be it. So when that first time in my life, I decided to be this type of love for a woman, I happened to give it to a narcissist, which is the worst of it all. Everything was just the worst, but it was the best at the same time. Because I promise you, deep hurt will wake you up or put you to sleep forever. When you're at, like, many people have experienced this. Say like you're out with couples, couple night, you guys are out somewhere, you guys are all enjoying the fun, and then you see one of the couples, there's always one couple that the man or the woman disrespects their partner in front of people. Doing it now you got to remember this. If they're doing it in front of people, you can only imagine what they're getting at home. And I promise you this. The woman I was with at home, she's a horrible person. She's a very bad person. She's a narcissistic mother. And you know how many people I have calling me talking about being raised by having narcissistic parents? Oh man, the children. They tell me these stories they're telling me as an adult now, but they're telling me when they were children with the narcissistic parents. Some of them make it out, but I guarantee you most of them don't. Because just think, if you're born, like you're just brought to this world on earth, and your parent is a narcissist, you don't know that your parent is a narcissist. You don't know that parents don't act like the parent you were born that gave you birth. You don't know that because you're just here. But there are some stories that people have told me as kids. They said to themselves, this ain't right. And that could only be God talking to a child. These are stories I hear from people. Yeah, I knew when my mom was treating me like that, I knew that wasn't right though. I knew there was a different life. I know there is. I knew that's God. How's a 5-6-year-old know to say that to themselves? How is that possible, God? God was talking to me the whole time when I was in my trauma-bonded relationship. When the girl would cheat, when the ex would cheat on me, God would be like, hey, that's not right. She's not supposed to be doing that. She's not supposed to be having different guys' phone numbers. She's not supposed to be talking to a guy and saying he's your friend. That's not true, right? But the trauma bond is so strong, I started to block it out. You hear me? It is so powerful and crazy. I started seeing the cheating in some form or fashion, and I started pretending like I didn't see it. All because I didn't want to experience one of her rages. And then let me tell you guys something, especially if you're in it. Okay, this is very important. If you are at the point to where you don't speak up for yourself, or you don't say what's on your mind in fear of one of their rages, that means they have you. They have you trapped. I'm going to leave you guys with this. If you are right there, ready to leave, or you just left, or you trying your hardest to go no contact, and the pain seems to be unbearable. You believe that they are the only ones, your narcissist is the only one that can cure that pain. You're talking about the trauma bond pain. And if you go back to that narcissist, you're going to start that pain all over again. Just keep pushing through. No contact is the absolute only way. And when I say no contact, no looking at pictures online, no looking at pictures on your own computer, no looking at pictures and videos on your own phone. That's all energy. You don't do any of that. Even if you're not ready, listen, even if you're not ready to delete the pictures, move them off your phone so you don't have quick access to it. This is a process. You just don't do it all at once. I'm just saying eventually that's what you're going to do. Stay strong. Because when you get here, you're going to thank the I know it's hard to hear. Let me move this a little bit. I know it's hard to hear. But you're going to thank the narcissist. I thank my narcissist. I thank God. I'm a better person, more confident person, and best of all, a more knowledgeable person.